Yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. That's always our goal, and we do that by interviewing all of the best local area business owners, nonprofit organizations, and awesome contributors to the program. Been on air almost 10 years now. Real excited about that. A lot of the growth around the show and our businesses. So save our hotline number. At some point, you may need it. 727-263-3707. 727-263-3707. Call or text any questions, comments. We'd love to connect with you, and it really makes our day when we get to talk to you. We have that relationship, that on-air relationship daily at 4 o'clock here on 860. Got our weekend show on 102.5 The Bone Sunday mornings. At CQB Show on Instagram. We'd love to connect with you on social as well. At Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram. At Brandon Rhymes PA on Facebook, as well as YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Lots of great content there. We put all of our shows there. We got a Rumble channel now as well. Brandon Rhymes Realty on YouTube. So we got a great lineup for you today. Later on in the program, we're going to have Liberty Manor for Veterans. It's a veteran organization, nonprofit organization, helping homeless vets right here in Tampa Bay. So helping homeless veterans. Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And Dan Menikheim in the house, Prohealth Pest Control and SEC inspections here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Amazon to lay off another 9,000 jobs in the news lately, as well as we're going to have a clip from President Trump here as well. Of course, you've heard about the Trump saga as well. The witch hunt continues coming up here on the program. And before we do, we like to feature our real estate listings live on air and help our sellers profit more and sell faster with our syndication with radio, TV, and internet marketing. 4404 Orient Road. This is a commercial property that we've got listed right here close to the casino in Tampa. That's just down the road from the casino. 6,020 square feet. Got a well-built office building. All 5 units are currently leased. Got plenty of parking. Recently updated interior. Great investment opportunity. 4404 Orient Road in Tampa. One of our commercial real estate properties from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, one of our hot listings here in Tampa Bay. 12290 101st Street in Largo. This is a vacant land parcel being looked at by some big builders right now, local builders, national builders as well. This is approximately 11 acres in Tampa, or in Pinellas County on Largo. It's on Lake Seminole, the second largest lake in Tampa Bay. Now, what you have is 5 acres that are buildable. It's a stunning piece of land on Lake Seminole. Incredible development opportunity. And we've had a feasibility report completed, 22 single-family homes or up to 43-unit townhome community. Check out our listing at 101st Street in Largo, and you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And we're giving a shout out to Innovative Solar, a longtime friend of the program. If you're thinking about adding solar onto your residential or commercial property, we want you reaching out to Innovative Solar. They do a great job right here in Tampa Bay, and you can find them online, innovativesolarfl.com, innovativesolarfl.com. Longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, Dan Menikheim, welcome back in, sir.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, we had a great time over at Valspar. That was a fun day.
One of the great things to do here in the Tampa Bay, right?
Absolutely.
Great weather.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Nice concert.
Yeah, Darius Rucker in the house. Hootie.
Yeah. Hootie.
Yeah. That was a fun time, man. Yeah, good times over there. And, it's amazing to me how many people are just walking around that course. And, unlike sports arenas where you're kind of in the building and you're sitting right next to somebody, that's what's cool about Valspar and these different golf tournaments is you're spread out, you walk around, people are, grabbing food over here or beverages over here, and chatting and watching little golf.
Yeah, it was great. I don't, we don't live too far. You and I live right around the corner from that place. And,
yep.
Yeah, I don't go there enough. Every time I go there, I was like, "Oh, that's a great time."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I'm gonna, if I'm in town, I'm gonna go."
Absolutely.
At least one day. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Saturday's the day to go.
Yeah.
Who ended up winning that, by the way?
Oh man, I forget.
Was it Jordan Spieth?
No, he didn't. We looked it up, and I forgot who it was. I don't think I knew the guy. I know that.
Yeah.
Even though I golf and I watch golf a little bit.
Yeah.
Not often, but a little bit.
Yeah.
I only know maybe the top 20 golfers.
The big names, yeah.
Yeah,
Justin Thomas.
Justin JT, and
JT
all that.
and some of those guys. Some of those guys went to live, too, the LIV over in Saudi.
Yeah. And I haven't even caught one of those. I don't even know where to find that.
Yeah.
I didn't look. I'm sure I could find it if I look. It just hasn't popped up. So
it's interesting to see though how different sports evolve and things like that. XFL. We went to one of the XFL games over in Orlando a little while back. Compliments of Mike Murphy Auto Group. He's a advertiser with them, and he's got some tickets. But XFL, NFL, all these different sports leagues, and
the Arena Football was kind of go see a game once in a while.
What happened to that? Did that league just fizzle out?
I don't know. It just they didn't. It was right here. Right at the. Right here in Tampa, we had that.
The ice. These call it the Ice Palace.
And I'm trying to think what the name is.
Amelie.
Amelie now. And it was good. It was. That was exciting.
We like those games. I like those games. Especially Orlando, when Orlando would come to town.
Little physical and little rivalry there.
That's right.
But something else takes its place, right?
Exactly. Life moves on. We're talking with Dan Menikheim here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. Dan and his wife, Melissa, own and operate Prohealth Pest Control right here in Tampa Bay. Also, SEC Inspections here in Tampa Bay. What's topical this time of year? A lot of times we talk about these different seasonally appropriate advice, and we're kind of on that spring season heading into summer. What's topical right now, Dan?
The subterranean termites are extra active this year. We're getting more phone calls from them than normal. Subs are the termites here in Florida that they come from the ground, and they do more damage than the dry woods as far as the amount of wood they can eat per day, type of thing. If you get subs, it's handling them as quick as possible. Dry woods, eventually you want to, you definitely want to take care of it, but they do less damage in a shorter period of time per colony, but over a while they can be they can do some damage too. So
it's been said, or I've heard some statistics in the area of termite that termites cause more damage than wind, water, flood, all different types of damages or natural disasters. It seems is that an accurate number? Have you seen how termites can cause that much damage?
Yes and no, but it's in the billions.
Wow.
Now I think with some of the larger storms, and the fact that we've gotten better at treating termites, but I don't know where they came up with the statistics, but maybe there's a lot of people that do preventative that helps the damage, but do they add that in the cost?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know how they go. I know it's billions and billions of dollars in pest control are spent annually in the state of Florida.
Right. Exactly.
And there's billions and billions of dollars of damage from untreated pest control, caused in the state of Florida as well. So
now, are a lot of builders, or especially like these new construction homes, aren't they being built to be more resistant and resilient to these types of infestations?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Because when they're not, it's supposed to protect them from, let's say, a subterranean termite, which is it. I've seen them eat pretty much anything. I've seen them eat fake wood.
Really?
Yeah. No, we've done, owning your own business.
Like the plastic stuff?
Yeah.
Like the chairs, like they make those chairs out of nowadays.
Well, yeah, but not the chairs. Some of your baseboards that aren't made out of, like, pine.
Yep.
But I've seen them eat there, so they got to be, when you don't know where the products are made,
right?
And how they're made. Is there some wood still put in there?
Right.
Are they using sawdust?
Yeah, composite.
But, some composite stuff. Not all materials that aren't, but we've seen them to where that goes. The baseboard that comes in rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of that stuff. It's like, how do you roll wood up? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we've seen it to where, and it comes in some planks of that stuff as well. But yeah, imitation, chair rail, baseboard, things like that. We've seen it to where termites are in it.
Yeah, I get it.
If it's got some sort of wood product in there, and that stuff's supposed to be, it's advertised as like a termite-free, bug-free product. So it's not always, no.
Right.
Yep.
Depending on how hungry
it's easy. It's very easy to treat subterranean termites. Mm-hmm. You trench around the outside. You put a liquid product that kills termites for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a little over $1,000. It's not, it's probably being in Florida, just, you got to get your termite control.
Now, don't you guys have at Prohealth Pest Control, you have some type of a VIP program where, people can sign up, have it treated quarterly or monthly, whatever it is?
Yeah, we have annual programs to where, and the big thing is, too, is what's coming up. Not quite. We need a little more rain. Ant season, roach season, and mosquito season. We're getting a couple cold spells. It's a little dry.
Yep.
But when it starts getting into those, in those areas, and they start some standing water, it gets warmed up, we're gonna have bigger issues. Right now, we're seeing a lot of termite stuff.
Right.
That's going on this year. But the season's coming up for other stuff. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And now let's flip to the inspection side with real estate properties. What typically do you find is a deficiency in a property? We're talking typically, you have properties that are 15, 20 years old or older. What are your kind of like your top 2 or 3 things that you see?
Roof.
Yeah.
Plumbing, electric, and heating and air. The four more major points. Sometimes you see some structural stuff. But with the 4-point and the insurance stuff, you got to make sure there's at least 5 years left on a roof.
Okay.
And you got to make sure people have permits. What I seen recently is, somebody now we're seeing a little bit differently is when people are doing garage conversions and there wasn't a permit, or they turn a back porch into a master suite.
Yes.
And it's underneath an outdoor roof.
Right.
An exterior roof.
Yeah.
An open porch, like it's just a cheap metal roof.
Yep.
And now they're making that into heated and air conditioning space. Those are the things, now that the price per square foot is getting expensive, they're adding that to the square foot when you don't see a permit or anything like that. You're like going,
right.
I could see somebody running into a problem.
Right.
And I talked to one of my clients that I just did another house for them today. They're looking, I don't think they had a ton of money, and they need a 3, they would love a 4-bedroom, but
right.
they're in a 3-bedroom in Holiday, Newport Richey area. And one of the third bedrooms was not a 3rd bedroom.
Right. Exactly.
But it's got drywall.
Got a conversion.
Yeah. Which was.
And each county is going to look at that differently, right? That's what I've found, right? Each county, as far as counting that as square footage.
And each inspector, right? Let's just say they put a new roof on that. This is what I worried about them. It's like, listen, if you go to sell it, someone's going to easily find out that that's not right.
Right.
You don't have to be me as a home inspector for over 20 years with a construction background
to
kind of realize, if you only have a little bit of experience, you could say there's something not right with this.
Yeah.
Or you should.
Right.
Or you shouldn't be in business long anyways.
Yeah.
But and I just worry about them selling it, or them, because how do you convert that back? Is moving all the plumbing out of it, turning it back to an open porch.
Wow.
Is how you fix that. And who knows who tags that? Who knows what? I think it would be a jerk move.
Yeah. For
somebody in a lower income housing area, which is now still $250, right?
Yeah.
It's lower income, but I would hate for somebody to make them convert that back. But that's probably pretty legally what you should have to do.
Yeah, and what I found too is where you have, of course, owners always want maximum dollar per square foot, and they're going to say, well, we close that area that, as you mentioned, and then what happens is the county ends up saying, no, that's not going to be counted as the same square footage because you don't have the same roof line.
Right.
It comes into the roof and the wall, the type of wall, because if you've got brick or even frame with stucco on it, that's much more desirable and cohesive than just one of these outdoor types of structures. Right?
Yeah. Brandon, this is a cheap metal roof
on a lanai
to
or
stop
patio.
rain.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're talking about. That type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just a back porch that's surrounded. You're like, and sometimes with them, they don't have a heating and air conditioning system. And the family will be there and be like, this room's going to be warmer. There's a flat roof over this or whatever. But if you want to put a bed out here and live out there, by all means.
And they'll roll a little unit in there.
Put a little portable unit or a wall unit in there, and
right.
And that way it won't be as efficient, but yeah.
All right, we're taking a quick break. Coming back, Dan Menikheim here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Prohealth Pest Control, SEC inspections here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm going to play a clip from President Trump on who's hating the country, who hates the country, coming up here. Fred Mute later on in the program, and Connie Lindsay, Liberty Manor for Veterans, coming up. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is
online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. We're powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals. If you're buying, selling, or investing, we would love to talk to you. We got a couple of hot listings. We always like to feature our real estate properties live on air and maximize the exposure for our sellers. We got a hot property at 2817 Gulf City Road in Ruskin. We just did a $100,000 price reduction on this property. Owner's motivated and wants to make a deal. Gulf City Road in Ruskin. This is 23 acres of prime real estate right on the Little Manatee River, Gulf access out into the Gulf of Mexico. Great opportunity to build. Just imagine building townhomes, condos, single-family homes with some nice boat docks there on the water frontage. 2817 Gulf City Road, Ruskin, Florida, Hillsborough County. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
That's right. Discovery Golf Cars as well, longtime friends of the program. Special shout out to our friends at discoverygolfcars.com. Multiple Bay Area locations. They got a Tampa location, Clearwater location, and I saw one on North US 19 the other day up closer to Northport Richey and Hudson. They got a beautiful Keller Williams red golf cart that they hooked us up with. The dogs love to go riding on that. Recreational or commercial use. DiscoveryGolfCars.com. Make sure you let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got Dan Menikheim in the house. Prohealth Pest Control, SEC inspections. And Dan, I wanted to play this clip. I wanted to get to this clip. It's kind of, in the news lately, kind of news topical here that, of course, President Trump came out and had a clip that he was putting out through True Social. And this is an interesting clip because I pulled it from the Charlie Kirk show, who airs just before our show on this station. But listen to this, Trump on United States of America haters.
But the greatest threat to Western civilization today is not Russia. It's probably, more than anything else, ourselves and some of the horrible USA-hating people that represent us. It's the Marxists who would have us become a godless nation worshiping at the altar of race and gender.
You know what's boring to me? What's boring to me is the hatred for America. Yeah. The hatred from America that you hear spewing from Donald Trump's mouth. Donald Trump hated America before he became president of the United States.
He didn't say he hated America. He said the biggest threat to the country that we love are people that hate America, Joe Scarborough. He said that it's ourselves. It is the America-hating Marxists within our own country. And he's exactly right. Donald Trump is exactly correct. The Marxists in America are a bigger threat than Vladimir Putin. Let me say that again. The Marxists in America are a bigger threat to our nation, bigger threat to our republic, a bigger threat to our future than the Kremlin. I don't like Vladimir Putin. I don't like Russia. There's a lot of things I don't like in the world. You have to be honest about the threat to your civilization.
Yeah, so he's just outlining what the lie was there. But I thank God for Charlie Kirk, by the way. His work that he does on campuses in the United States is unbelievable. He's such a patriot. I love that guy. Turning Point USA as well. But so that's the latest stuff in the news right now from Trump and what they're accusing him of now too.
And for me, Marxism, socialism, any category like that, it really is giving power to the richest people or the more political people in the area. Because what happens is nothing. It doesn't. Some of these younger people. My nephew's one of them. You could think like he looks like he talks like a socialist. Yeah. Right. But it's like he thinks everything should be fair for everybody. The problem is, we know that doesn't work. Exactly. It's not that governments have tried that. Yep. It fails every single time. Yep. It 100% doesn't work. If you give somebody the opportunity to stay safe, I might have not made the radio radio shit today. If I wasn't an entrepreneur and everyone thinks, maybe I just call in, it's sunny, and I go for a bike ride. Whatever that is,
right.
There's very few. What's going to motivate you to get out of bed is something beyond. You know, if it didn't matter whether you got out of bed, you wouldn't get out of bed. If you make this, why are you going to work more for something than less for the same?
Exactly.
It just doesn't. Where does that work?
Yeah, true. And it's proven over and over. 100 million lives have been killed. You know, have been taken in the name of communism and those types of social. It starts with socialism. It's not socialism.
It's not.
It's directly
not.
communism.
It's communism.
Mao. You think about Mao. You think about Stalin. You think about Hitler.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
It's powerful people bringing, trying to really, bring down, take control of the people by telling them they're going to give them some. Where all they're going to do is lie to them.
Yep, free handouts. Here you go, free money for you.
Oh, here's $1,700. Now the interest, and we're going to take 90%. Every dollar they gave to everybody in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
But they only gave us 10% of our own money.
Yeah.
Then they took it away for special income and all that.
Oh yeah, because they know better than you.
Yeah,
they know better than you.
Yeah.
You don't know. We know. We're better than you.
The one thing is about government is
the
more involved they are in, the bigger the problems exist.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to keep creating chaos, just like they did with COVID, just like they did before that with the banking bailouts, and they're doing it again with the banking bailouts. Wow, isn't it interesting how that happens?
They're giving away bad loans.
We got 20 seconds. Back to you, my friend. How do you want people to connect with you, Dan?
Dan Menikheim. I'm owner-operator with my wife, Melissa, at SEC Inspection Services. That's SECInspectionservices.com. And Prohealth Pest Control.com.
Prohealth Pest Control. Dan Menikheim, thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Good stuff. Coming up, Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man, Tampa Screens and Aluminum on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, Liberty Manor for Veterans in the house, nonprofit supporting homeless veterans right here in Tampa Bay. We'll be right back. Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram, Twitter, Getter, all the major sites, and, of course, our YouTube channel as well, ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to My Daddy's Show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.